soul's been sent to burn. Nowadays they've been calling, telling me soon gonna be my turn. Head down.
Guys, welcome back to USSC Stories. I'm Evan. This is Mike, and this is going to be episode 2 of us telling our experiences through the military and the Navy, and specifically submarines. So, what's going on, Mike? How you doing, buddy?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Had a great day. Had a great day, man. How about yourself, man?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Can't complain. Surviving through this shutdown, like everybody else. So,
Doing better.
yeah, I think we're good. So, last episode, I think we talked about joining the Navy up into some point in boot camp. So I think what we should do is kind of get the highlights on our boot camp experiences, and then we can tell people what happens afterwards when you get into one of your schools. It could be A school. Some people can go to C school, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah. My experience with boot camp, I think it was just anybody that was going through boot camp. It was hell at points. They had some good days, some bad days, but mostly I was just ready for that whole time period just to go so I can, go on and do something else, man. Sleep deprived, fucking just missing home, hungry all the damn time, fucking doing little middle school bullshit, dealing with the people that we had. I don't know if you had in your division too, man. Like people that were always like those hoorah motherfuckers at night. Like as soon as you go to fucking RDC leaves and everybody's supposed to be going to sleep, you got those dudes like, yeah, man, like we gotta get together, man. Like we gotta be one. Like they're breaking us down to build us back up. Come on, guys, we can do this. Like, yo, shut up. Right. Like, I didn't sign up for this shit. Like, I want to go to sleep, man. Like, we got to wake up like 3 hours, man. Like, shut the fuck up. How would you rate boot camp like overall for you?
Boot camp wasn't, looking back at it, wasn't really that bad. It wasn't tough, but there were certain times where you fucking hate it. Especially P days, they sucked, and then. There'd just be certain times during boot camp you're just fucking sick of it, because you're there for quite a few weeks, and it is like you say, there are some really like hoo-yah go fucking Navy guys, little recruits, and they're trying to solve the world's problems and stuff, and that can get annoying really quick. But then a lot of people click up. It's just like high school and shit in college. You have little groups of people that hang out together and stuff, and yeah, that can be good or bad, fucking got sick so many times in boot camp. It was nasty. It was good to get through it though. I think, with the pinnacle is battle stations, the end of boot camp is battle stations, and we had to survive that for, 2 days. And, once that's over with, you get your Navy ball cap and you're good to go.
Good to go. And I know there was a few people that fucking cried after damn battle stations because they played that sob ass song. What was it? Proud to be American.
Yeah.
And as you transitioning over, like people just fucking like you're no longer a recruit, now you're a shitmate.
Right.
Yeah, man. Then man, so I remember after graduation, that following Monday, we graduated on Friday. That following Monday, I shipped off to A school, man. And for y'all, Meridian, Mississippi, man. A school is where you learn your job. So we're yeomen. So pretty much, we're paper bitches in the eyes of the Navy. So we had to go to a school pretty much to learn how to push paper in various different forms and ways. So. How was your journey from boot camp to A school?
It was a little fucked up, I'll be honest with you. So, at the end of boot camp, the RDCs, they'll give out your orders and stuff like that, and people, go off to their A schools, their next command, start learning their job. Well, I didn't get my orders, right away. And when you don't get your orders, you get put into a holding unit. It's called THU, temporary holding unit.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, and I was there for a month. And it's basically the small minority of people that are there because they don't have orders is it's a very small amount. The
Right.
rest are people that quit the Navy or um, that they just weren't a good fit for the Navy. So they all got a bad attitude in there and shit. And man, it was fucking weird, bro. Like you'd be asleep and the next day someone had took your fucking dirty socks or dirty fucking underwear, out of your fucking laundry bag,
Yeah.
It was the worst. It was like I don't know. I didn't understand why the fuck people turn like that. And people would wake up and half their hair is like nared off and stuff. And it
Goddamn.
was weird, man. Fucking month of that shit. Yeah, a whole month of that shit. And finally, I got orders, and I got to go to Meridian, Mississippi, which is probably the sweatiest fucking place on earth I've ever
Dude.
been to. Gosh. And there's nothing to do there, man.
Yeah.
Meridian, Mississippi. That's a little dot on the map, and there's nothing around that town,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
And because of that, I think that's why we had the angriest freaking teachers there. Like everyone was pissed off all the time,
Yeah.
you know. And I think it's because it was in the middle of fucking nowhere,
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, man, we got to A school, and that's how we learned to be paper pushers, So
Yeah.
there's that.
Fun fucking times, man. I hated Meridian, Mississippi through the bottom of my soul, man, because it was like a shithole. Like there was really nothing there. I remember we got off the plane in Jackson, Mississippi, and we took that drive there. And looking around, I'm like, dude, they had like a strip mall with like 6 to 8 stores, like a small ass movie theater that probably was maybe like actually 2 theaters inside of it. It was like
Yeah.
the smallest thing ever, man. And then like you said, dude, like the instructors was fucking just angry as fuck for no damn reason. Some of the higher enlisted that was there was just fucking angry. Like they had this one dude, fucking SH1 Woods.
SH1 Woods. I remember him.
Ooh, man,
He
fucking
was
like,
the worst.
yeah, man, fucking like Splinter looking motherfucker, man. Like, just fucking horrible. Like, he just
Yeah.
like exerted fucking I hate, man. Oh,
Yeah.
I couldn't stand the dude, man.
Dude, so not Chief Woods. SH1 Woods. He was the biggest douche, man. And like you said, he just kind of exerted this fucking hate out of his soul,
Yeah,
Like he would do weird fucking things, like do random inspections and shit like that, and you know make you do all kinds of shit. I've heard multiple stories of him fucking trying to mess with the recruits. Well, we're not really recruits anymore. We're actually in the Navy, but messing with the new guys,
right.
trying to catch them in some kind of lie or something like that, and he just made the place fucking miserable.
Yeah,
And not to mention our classes were fucking boring.
yeah,
Basically, A school we learn how to type fast is basically what it is, and to look
yep,
for errors in paper. And you know it's crazy, man. And then there's a lot of freaky people there at A school.
yeah,
I'll tell you what, man.
yes,
People get out of boot camp and
yeah, man,
a little bit more freedom, and people they're you know
yeah,
they're gonna do what they're gonna do. So
yeah.
you know,
It's like you had 8 weeks of just not like no type of real physical contact, man. And then especially if you weren't in an integrated division, you wasn't around females. So you had 8 weeks around dudes and testosterone, man. You bound to come up on something when you get to A school, bro. It seemed like soon as fucking they like the females or whatever the dudes went to A school, it was like a fuck fest, man. Like
yeah,
it was crazy. It was wild, man. Like I done seen some shit, I done heard some shit, and it's crazy. And like what was crazy about A school too, man, it was still kind of like they treated you like you were still in kind of boot camp. They kind of
yeah,
kept you like that boot camp mindset, so you still marched everywhere. You still had to get together and like do little cleaning stations. Like they still kind of treated you like you were like they weren't gonna like unleash you yet. Still kind of like baby step you into being in the Navy, but it was just a different outlook of being in the Navy, man. Way different outlook being in the Navy. Did you get any luck out there in A school, man?
Hey, so one of the so our what the fuck were they called? The leaders, our A-Rocks, or what the fuck were they called?
Whatever they
A-Rocks? I
call
don't
it,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, the one they wore the blue robes,
Yeah.
and yeah, so she had some nice, pretty brown hair, you know, and we were both we were both delinquent, right?
Right.
And so we had to stay behind at night, um, to I don't know, keep up our shit.
Right.
Um, I remember I had the biggest crush on her, but at the time, you know, I wasn't as confident as I was, you know, approaching women and stuff like that. But I swear to God, like if I had pushed it, I would have got it.
We got it. Yeah. It was. I wouldn't say it was necessarily totally easy, but man, it was just like a different ball game, man. Going to and then
Yeah.
I was just so fucking happy to get out of Meridian, man, because like from dealing with SH1 Woods, dealing with fucking being in the middle of damn nowhere, the
Yeah.
humidity was fucking outrageous, and then like the barracks shit, which was better than being in fucking boot camp, but they were still fucking shitholes. So like
Yeah.
Meridian, Mississippi, man, never heard of that place until I got there, and I probably would never go back unless they paid me a good penny. I don't think I'll ever go back there, man.
I don't know if I'd ever go back. No.
I don't think I could do it, man.
Yeah, talking about SH1 Woods again. So it was my time to leave A school, right? Meridian.
Yeah.
It was my time to leave. It was like a few of us, and our flights were early in the morning. It was like our flights were like 5 in the morning, 4. I don't know, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
You got to get up and get the drivers to the airport. Well, SH1 Woods was the duty chief, and I guess he didn't like getting woken up that early or something like that. So basically, he found some kind of excuse to keep us there on base longer than we were supposed to,
Right.
and a lot of us almost missed our fucking flights to get out of there, which really sucked because I was actually going on leave when that happened. So if I miss leave because this stupid motherfucker,
Right.
oh man, it would kill me, man.
But I got one of my favorite fucking stories from this jackass. So we used to on like our duty days, you can be doing anything from like standing the dumbest watches. We stand grass watch where you fucking sit in a chair and make sure nobody walks in the grass, man. Like dumbass stuff like that, man. So we had one of our days where we in formation, and he had a flashlight, and what he would do with this flashlight, would walk around and check all the men and make sure we shaved. So he would come up to you and look you like, inspect the fuck out your face, and then shine a light. And his philosophy was, if the light reflects off your face, that means you still have hair on your face. And then you would have to write him a 500-page essay, or a 500-word essay on military appearance or some shit like that, man. And then one time he walked around with his fucking cell phone on Bluetooth. So he's like, hey, I got like 6, 7 names popping up on my Bluetooth right now. You know you guys not supposed to have your phones. So I'm gonna walk by individually, and if my signal gets strong, I know you have your phone in your hands. And then, stupid motherfuckers was actually like raising their hands like, oh, yes, petty officer, I got my phone on me. like, come on, man. Like, for a fact, you can't track nobody in no fucking Bluetooth, but that's how fresh we were coming from boot camp. Like, oh, man, like, they can find out anything, man. So,
yeah, petty officers know all.
Right.
Yeah, man. So anyways, when I graduated A school, went on leave for a week or two to back to Florida, and then it was off to sub school, which is in Connecticut, and that was by far out of the 3 schools, boot camp and A school and then sub school. Sub school was actually pretty enjoyable, to be honest.
I agree.
It was even more freedom than we were used to. There was actual stuff around the base, there was stuff to do on the base too, and it it felt more like that school felt more like we were kind of learning how to do what we were supposed to do because we were actually starting to deal with like systems and stuff like that on submarines.
Yeah.
And there'd be certain trainers that we'd have to go to. Like I remember the one where they put you in a room with a couple other guys, and there's pipes coming down everywhere and crisscrossing and stuff, and then the pipes just start bursting. Water going everywhere. The room starting to flood. You're just trying to secure the pipes so they don't leak as quick.
Right.
I remember a firefighter trainer. Again, there was that escape trainer where you had to wear the suit and they flooded it and you had to pop the hatch and get out. Yeah, that was fucking fun, man. And it just felt really good there. I had family there too, outside family, so they came and visited me, which was kind of nice. And you got the Nautilus right there and all that shit. So it was kind of cool.
Historic, man. It's historic. Yeah, I mean, I loved sub school, man. Sub school, like you said, was the easier, most laid back, and they kind of actually introduced you to how fleet life was going to be like, and then how the submarine and formality life was going to be. And I got my first taste of it, man, when I arrived there. So I remember leaving Mississippi. I flew to Atlanta, and I think me and my boy was in Atlanta for like maybe 6-7 hours for a layover, right? So we finally make it to Connecticut, and we were stuck in Connecticut. We made it to Connecticut about 11 o'clock. So we get down, we got our bags. Nobody's there to pick us up. We don't have a phone number. We don't have nobody to call. So we're like, what the hell? So we eventually get a hold of somebody. And they're like, oh, we got check-ins? Oh, like, you guys are reporting today? Like, yeah, man. So like 2 hours later, fucking random dude in civilian clothes, man. Hey, you too. You going to sub school? Like, yeah. Come hop in my van.
I'll tell you what, man, you're lucky because, when I got there, they didn't know I was arriving at all. And no one picked up the phone when I called the base.
Right.
So here I am, fucking 18-year-old, salt of the earth guy, just standing outside this train station like, well, I'm here. A duty driver must be coming, right? Because of course you think the fucking Navy's gonna take care of every need of yours,
Of course.
Yeah. So I was just sitting there, and I probably would have sat there all fucking day, and because I didn't know where the base was. When you drop you off, or when you get off the plane in Connecticut, you take a train.
Yeah.
And once you get off the train, you still don't know where the fucking base is.
Right.
So anyway, I was sitting outside with all my luggage, and some random dude comes up in a car and he's like, "Hey, you going to the base?" I'm like, "Yeah." So yeah, jump in. He wasn't in uniform or anything. I'm like, thinking back at it, I was like, well, fuck, this is how people get kidnapped and fucking raped and shit.
Yeah. You definitely.
He took me to the base. So.
Yeah, you definitely could have been on the side of the road getting ass fucked somewhere, man. Oh man, that was like my first step. Like, yeah, these motherfuckers don't really care at all, man. Like, y'all ain't got no tracking system on how we gonna do operations and nothing like that, man. But hey, we made it. We survived, bro. And then I remember we got there like maybe 4 o'clock, and then we're driving through all these fucking woods and all that shit like that, like eerie looking, just like in place, man. Finally get there, we check in, we do our little check-in procedures, get our room. He's like, man, try to get a quick hour of sleep if you can, because you guys got to get back up at 6 o'clock to start, orientation pretty much. Like, goddamn, man. So like, been at the airport all fucking day, been stranded at the airport, then picked up by this fucking stranger. Now, like, hey, y'all get an hour of sleep so we can at least start doing like introduction to everything, man. Which that's Navy life. I mean, that was submarine life right there, man.
Yeah, man. I remember I actually almost failed out of submarine school.
Oh yeah.
I almost failed out of it. I don't remember which system it was. It might have been ventilation or something. I don't know. I just couldn't remember it, you know. So I failed the first test. I failed the second test, and the third. Before I took the third test, I had to stand before a board of of the instructors. You know, I think there's an
Right.
officer or chief. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. And you know, they go through the whole thing. You sure you want to be here? You sure you want to be a submarine guy? You know, da 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 da. I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, I do. You know, sure I do. And you know, I'm shitting in my fucking pants and stuff. And so they're like, all right, well, you're gonna take the test again, and I actually passed that time. And after that, it was pretty smooth sailing. You
Yeah.
know, it was just that kind of got me. And then towards the end of sub school is where they kind of approach you like you're basically they're saying, all right, so when you get out in the fleet, you know, when you get out on your sub, so you're basically at the end when they're saying
Right.
stuff like that, and they give you the dream sheets. You get your dream sheet and you get to write down where you want to go. Dream sheets don't mean a fucking thing to the Navy. It's basically a thing where they're like, well, let's make them think they have some power, you
Right.
know. Um, but it was kind of cool. So there's the fast attacks, the boomers, um, the GNs, and the Seawolf class subs. And I think we may have gone over it in the last video. I'm not sure, but um, you know, those are the four different types. And at the time, I don't think they were really looking for people to go on GNs. Those are relatively new.
Yeah.
And so I wanted like more steady schedule, you
Mm-hmm.
know, um, and I didn't want a hot rack, right? We may have went over this before, but I didn't want
Yeah.
a hot rack, you know, which hot racking means you're sharing a bed with another guy, which sounded super gay to me. So I was like, I'm not doing that shit. So no, I volunteered for Boomers, which it turned out to be the most boring choice, but the deployment schedule was good. Um, so basically, we got deployed for 3 months, and then we came in back for 3 months, deployed for 3 months, back. So at least you knew what you're doing. Then there's the fast tech GNs and the Seawolf classes, which as you know, is like our most secretive
Oh,
submarines.
yeah.
I don't know what they do.
Nobody
Um,
does.
yeah, that's super secret, so we don't know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so the two choices for me for Boomer was either Georgia or Washington, and since I grew up in Florida, I wanted to go to Georgia. So I picked Georgia, and of course I didn't get it. They sent me to the other corner of the fucking map, Washington, which was okay because I actually liked Washington quite a bit, and
Right.
met some really cool people over there.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah. I want to say I had a similar experience with sub school. I was intimidated as fuck at first because I had in my mind that I was about to be like this fucking secret silence, like just not even silent service, but fucking like presidential status, fucking like super secretive motherfucker, man. And then like getting all this money and shit. I'm thinking,
Yeah,
man, it's about to be a fucking cakewalk. Like I can do this. Then get to fucking like our first week of school, like actual class, and then seeing like the stuff that we about to go over, and I was like, what the fuck did I get myself into, man? Like I gotta learn all these fucking systems, and the shit ain't nothing compared to actually what you do on the ship. But at first, it was like, man, this is intimidating as fuck. And then I think I did fail the second test too. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to spell out this shit, man. Like, I can't do this no more, bro. Like, this is fucking stupid. But
yeah,
I actually ended up, going through the same process, the board and all that shit. I actually ended up passing. And then the dream sheet, same shit, man. So I chose the fast tech class because I wanted to go out and see the world. I ain't really, just like, oh man, the schedule, and I don't give a fuck about the schedule. I want to see the world. I want to go overseas. I want to fuck foreign bitches. like,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
that was my thought process, man. And I actually lucked out because I got Guam as my first duty station, but ended up getting underage drinking, which for those who's watching, underage drinking is always in the military. It's just if you get caught or not, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got caught underage drink, and I ended up losing my orders to Guam, man. But I actually ended up lucking out. One of my little detailer called me and was like, "Hey, man, you know we got Hawaii available." Well, fuck yeah, let me get Hawaii.
Yeah.
Let me get Hawaii, man. And then like for 4 years, but I was in Hawaii, like loving it, like living it up, man. I couldn't. That's the one time I think my dream sheet actually like did good for me.
Yeah, Hawaii would have been nice, man. I would definitely liked that. I didn't want to go fast tech, man. You know, I just didn't
Yeah,
want to do it. And but yeah, up in Washington, man, like I got there and so like I flew in from the Connecticut to there, and my YN1, my LPO came and picked me up, and you know, I still had the mentality of, you know, any petty officer above you or whatever like that, you gotta be like, yes, petty officer, no petty officer, you know, or some
right.
shit like that. So he's over here picking me up, and he's just like, yeah, you know, my name is so and so, and he's being all like nonchalant and relaxed about it. I'm like, yes, petty officer, my name is petty officer. Give this, you know, I'm fucking
Yeah,
going after it, see me and give it, whatever the fuck I was. And he's like, dude, just chill, like, relax, man.
yeah. Like relax, man.
Yeah, it was kind of weird because up until that point, like, it was super formal and shit.
Right.
And that was really like the breakthrough of what submarines and the culture is going to be like,
Yeah.
because I've never been on the surface fleet, so all I've heard is, you know, what I've heard. But I heard they're super formal, and you know, there's not much conversation when it comes to between ranks. But on a submarine, dude, like it doesn't matter. You'll be calling each
Right.
other names. Um, the the senior guys, you know, the chiefs, senior chiefs and master chiefs, they talk to the junior guys, and we all call each other by our last names and stuff. And
Right.
even the junior officers, man, they'll get down with us too. And be super informal. I mean, it's really it's cool, man. It's a tight knit community for sure.
It really is, man. It really is. I want to thank everybody that's tuning in and listening to us for so far from my journey from boot camp to A school to sub school. You know, we gave you a little brief introduction. You know how the submarine um, operates or different classes, but we will get more into the submarine lifestyle. Because I know you guys may have a lot of questions on how that lifestyle was. So we're definitely gonna have a lot of stories to tell. And thank you for tuning in again. Once again, this is the USSC Stories. I'm Mike, and that's Evan. And see you next time.
See you later.
The sun goes